Hi everyone, it's Nicole, and I'm here to work on my disaster of a craft room. Well, it's not so much a disaster anymore. I'm seeing more and more open space, and it's making me so happy. So now, today, what I'm going to work on, this is actually right behind me. Like right in front of this is where I actually have my setup, like my where I scrapbook and where I film and everything. So this is right behind me. So what happens is I'll finish with something and I stack it on there and I stack it on there. And you can tell all those layouts are layouts that I've done in the last little bit. Now there is some that I moved there because I wanted to journal and I wanted to put in albums and put them away. Ooh, this is a new label maker that I bought a few months ago, and I just still hadn't put it away. So I'm going to put that away and it's going to feel good. Instead of being in a box, kind of in my way, it's in a drawer where I can find it next time I want to use it. Now, right here, I have a few layouts stacked up. This is my sublimation printer. It's just a regular Epson ET 3760, I think is what it is, and I put sublimation ink in it, and then I just print on sublimation paper. And that's how I did the t-shirt actually that I'm working. I made these t-shirts for Mason's whole team. And so on the front of it, it's a hockey player, and in the puck, I put their number. And on the back, I put the name of their team, the Moncton Hawks. And then I put, his coach always said, win the battles. So I put that on the back of the t-shirt, and then I put their name. I made one for myself, I made one for Dave, and I made one for Mason's mom. And then I made a couple more for a mom and a grandma that we always hang around with. And they, did a lot for the team. So I kind of made them a t-shirt to say thank you. So it's one of those, well, it's polyester, so it's super soft and it breathes a lot for summer. I don't find it's really hot, so I enjoy you know, wearing it. And also, I'm so glad I have that printer. Now that I have it, it's fairly easy to maintain. I find I fill the tanks up at the beginning of the year and I can do a whole lot of stuff. So, um, it's nice to be able to just whip something up, if you need it. But there was a lot of stuff on that printer, so I'm glad I got it cleaned up. And so on top of that, I had some pages that on my Project 100. Well, one of the containers was sitting on there. So I put that back where it belongs. Now, beside the printer, I have those mats that Tim Holtz sells that you can put on your desk so that your inks don't move around. I keep forgetting that I had that. So it's good that, I went through that and I'm like, oh yeah, I have that. Now I can use it. And you'll see me, I'm going to move a couple of boxes and it's some more of those mats and then some little mats that go into my, one of my mats for um, mixed media stuff. There's the boxes right there. And I'm like, I don't know where I'm going to put them. I have a little shelf right there, right next to the printer. And I put two of my rollers on there. And then I know where they are. And when I need them, I just go grab them and they're nice and safe. And then I remember that I have them. I'm now cleaning on top of my printer, not printer, my typewriter. And that's where I keep my page kits for Patreon. Now I'm just waiting for Dave to put like they're little, they're not shelves, they're little rods, and where I hang my punches. So I'm hoping that we can maybe do some this week. Right behind this printer here, I want to put one right there. I'm going to show you at the end of the video. I want to put one right there, and that's where I want to put all my circle punches because I use my circle punches all the time. But I think I have probably 6 more of those rods, and then the the container or the piece of furniture that I keep my punches in right now, it's no good because they're too heavy and the drawer keeps breaking on the bottom. So I'm going to get Dave to fix those drawers too. And then that's where I'm going to put my page kits. So I'll have, my page kits for the month, and then I'll have my page kits for the live. And then if I make page kits for something else, or, it'll open like 6 drawers. So that'll be really nice. So now it's time to work down a little further down that row. Now, this whole time I'm looking at that stack of layouts and I'm thinking, like, where am I going to put you? I don't want to put them somewhere where I won't think about them anymore, because I do want to take care of them. And like I said, because I am working at fixing all this, I am way more motivated at doing stuff. Like the next video that's going to come out, you're going to see like I am doing something that I've wanted to do for years, and it's just because I'm feeling motivated. I want to be in my room. So I know that in the next week or so, I'm going to start tackling those layouts, and I am going to start journaling that on them. And then once the journaling is done, I'm going to divide them into piles, and then I'm going to put them in albums right away. Now, every time I get to a specific place, there's always like stacks of either pattern paper and cardstock that are just there. So I'm taking the time. If it's a full sheet, I'm putting it with, the full sheets of cardstock. And if it's pattern papers, leftovers, I still have that container, and we're going to find a spot for it today. Now, whether it's going to stay there forever, I don't know. But at least it's something that I can try. Now, this is a cutter that I have, and I have a container under my desk, and I'm just going to put it on top of there because it's going to give me room over there to, do other stuff. I have a light over there that shouldn't be there, so I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it at my other desk that I can't even use right now because it's full of layouts. I had a bunch of sprays there. I found a little container and I put all those sprays on that container, and I found a spot to put them, away. And I'm hoping this year that I can put at least 100 layouts away that I journal, or some of them are already journaled on and have the dates on and everything. So it's not necessarily, that I have to journal and put the date and put them away. If they're already done, I'm going to count them as layouts that I put in albums, because if I can put 100 from now till the end of December, I'll be happy. If I can do more, 100%, I'll feel good about that. But my goal is to get 100 done. Now, this is where I'm like, hey, this is the basket that I got done a couple weeks ago with my scraps, with my pattern paper divided by companies. And a lot of people said, I'm surprised you did that. Why didn't you do it by color? Because remember, I'm trying to put the pattern papers back with the embellishments. And so that's the reason why. Right now, they're divided by companies, embellishments, and pattern papers. And then that way, when I go to make page kits, I can just grab the embellishment bag and grab the pattern paper bag, and I can just make page kits with it. Another question was, when I worked on the digital files, why didn't I put um, the racks kind of sideways, and then they wouldn't have been kind of in the way? Well, if you don't hook them together, you lose a lot of spot. I wouldn't have had enough racks to put all my files away, because as soon as you hook them together, you can put 5 or 6 more file folders. So I had 4 of them. So then all of a sudden I'm losing spaces for 25, file folders to put away. So that's why I put them all in a row and not, kind of catty corner, so that they would not be, I guess, in the way. And to clarify, they're not really in the way. It's just, it's not aesthetically pleasing the way I would like it. So what I'm doing right now is, with my patrons, now once a month, we are going to grab a ton of layouts and we're going to add pictures to layouts that I made without pictures. And so that's what I'm separating out right now. Last month, we went through layouts and, had to find some that didn't have any pictures. So this month, I'll be ready. I'll already have a little stash of layouts that don't have pictures, so I'll be ready to go. And then this is where I decide that I'm going to put my layouts right next to the container. I had put my crop, the big one, the caterpillar, not the crop, but the big one. I had put that over there. But then I'm like, you know what? I think I'd rather have my layouts over there and then they're kind of out of my sight. They're not right there where I work all the time. And then that way I just feel better about it. Now, I did have an empty shelf on one of my IKEA shelves, and I moved some of the layouts over there too because the pile was getting pretty big. So I did move some over there, and I know they're there. And like I said, probably next week or the week after, I am going to start working on putting pages in my album. Now, I have to say, this wasn't too bad. This took me an hour, and that includes, again, when I work on an area, my table becomes cluttered, right? Because I have to move everything to my table, and then I make sure that I put all of that away. Now, for now, I put my caterpillar on that desk, but I think I might move it because at the end of this, I'm going to show you. And my desk is super clean because by moving that black container off my desk, I moved the other one with all the digital files. I moved that over to where my digital files are. It's just a little container and I can just grab it if I want to make some page kits. And then I just moved my big boss over or not my big boss, my big shot over, and my desk is super clean. But not yet because we still have a bit of stuff to do. So those are some paint pens that I bought. So I'm going to put those away. I have maybe 5 or 6 page kits, and I don't want to take them apart because I want to make some page kits with them. So I think maybe not next time, but the time after, I'm going to figure out where I'm going to put those page kits. I know where I want to put them, but I need to clean something up before I can put my page kits in there. And that's where my page kits are going to live. But I did put them, I have a little spot in front of my sink. So I did put them over there for now, just so that they were off my desk. And then once I clean that up, it's a big metal basket that I have, and I want to put them in there. And then that way they're going to be nice and secure. I got a place for the basket already. So when I want page kits, I'll know exactly where I need to go. And what I'm doing is every week I take a cloth and I just clean up my desk again because I find that the goal is to make sure that my desk doesn't get to that spot again because my desk is clean. I'm getting a whole bunch of stuff done because I'm like, okay, I can get this done. So here's a little clip of what it looks like now. I'm not saying I'm in love with where that basket is, but it's gonna be okay for now. Maybe later I'll find another spot for it. So this is where I want to put the little rod where I want to put my circle punches. But that's it. So if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit subscribe. If you're enjoying these videos, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below. And I want to thank you so much for watching. Bye.